Hello everybody, today is Monday, April 25th, 2016. Today I'm going to be doing Psalm 64. And I'm going to go ahead and do the whole thing because it's only 10 verses. So, it says, David says, "Hear my voice, O God, in my complaint. Preserve my life from the dread of the enemy. Hide me from the secret plots of the wicked, from the throng of evildoers, who whet their tongues like swords, who aim bitter words like arrows, shooting from ambush at the blameless, shooting at him suddenly and without fear." So, these first 4 verses, we can see that David is crying out to God once again. He is asking God to hide him in his complaint. He's complaining to God. And so, once again, this is in a situation that we can relate to. This is what I like about the Psalms, is that whatever David writes about is a lot of things that we can relate to. So here, he's asking God to protect him from the enemy and from the plots of the wicked. And it says, "Who whet their tongues like swords, who aim bitter words like arrows, shooting from ambush at the blameless, shooting at him suddenly and without fear." So in these 2 verses, 3 and 4, this is talking about words and using of your tongue. This doesn't necessarily have to be a physical threat or anything physical. Sometimes words and whatever you say can affect people. This is what David is addressing right now. And this could be something that you're going through. Like I said, it doesn't have to be anything physical to really take a toll on your life and to affect you. 5 says, "They hold fast to their evil purpose. They talk of laying snares secretly, thinking, 'Who can see them?' They search out injustice, saying, 'We have accomplished a diligent search for the inward mind and heart of man and deep.'" Then 7 says, "But God shoots his arrows at them. They are wounded suddenly. They are brought to ruin with their own tongues turned against them. All who see them will wag their heads." Now, one thing I want to point out is it says suddenly. So we might see that God is slow right now, but God will keep his word, and it says suddenly. So when you least expect it, God will do it all of a sudden. And then 9 says, "Then all mankind fears. They tell God has brought about and ponder what he has done." And then 10 says, "Let the righteous one rejoice in the Lord and take refuge in him. Let all the upright in heart exult." So, what I want to encourage you with is to trust in God and his timing. Just know that even if you're going through a verbal thing with someone, that you can be encouraged because you're not alone in that either. And God promises justice, and then as a result, in verse 10 it says, "Let the righteous one rejoice in the Lord and take refuge in him. Let all the upright in heart exult." So that's the takeaway, is just to keep rejoicing in God, take refuge in him, trust in him, and just praise God.